The sacred sanctuary of letting go. The sacred sanctuary of no ego. The sacred sanctuary of gratitude and appreciation for what we have. The sacred sanctuary of peace. The sacred sanctuary of acceptance. The sacred sanctuary of reality. The sacred sanctuary that resides within you and me, that we take with us wherever we go. There's a new kind of affluence coming to the world right now. And it's the kind that the world can't give you, and the world cannot take away from you. Jesus talked about it, Buddha talked about it, Lao Tzu talked about it, Mother Teresa talked about it, Gandhi talked about it, Yogi Berra talked about it, Paramahansa Yogananda talked about it. It's about it. If you think of any enlightened being who ever lived on this planet, believe me, they talked about it. What did Jesus say to the rich man who said, I want to enter the kingdom of heaven? He said, get rid of all your stuff and I'll take you to the sacred sanctuary within, where that means nothing, where you have everything. And if we take the teachings of Buddha and wrap them up into one concept, one simple idea, I believe we could boil it down to one thing. And that concept and that truth is this: that all suffering is rooted in attachment. Attachments to old ways of being, old ways of thinking, old habits, old thought forms that might have worked yesterday, but the nature of reality is different today. And if we try to bring those thinking, those ideas, and that ways of being into this day, it doesn't fit the puzzle, does it? And all of a sudden we're struggling against reality. And we think it should be different, but we're living in yesterday's truth. The nature of reality has shifted. The nature of reality has changed. And it's asking us to move along with it. Henry David Thoreau said this: a man is rich only in proportion to the number of things he can live without. So think right now, tally up all the things you can live without, and add to that the things you're beginning to realize you thought you needed, but it was the world's agenda for you, not your soul's. Add that to the list, tally that up financially, and that's the raise your consciousness just received. So reality and enlightenment. My definition of enlightenment lately has been this: is the highest definition I can come up with, and I'm using it every day. Enlightenment is the moment we stop trying to force our dysfunctional ideas upon reality and begin allowing reality to change us into a way. Because there's a constant struggle there, isn't there? There's a constant struggle between our belief systems, our opinions, our ideas, because they're flawed, and reality. And every time we bring those ideas and beliefs and we try to change reality, it creates all kinds of friction, when reality is our teacher asking us to change our thinking. But there's a constant struggle going on there. I think of reality, think of the picture, the nature, the picture of reality. Think of it as a complex, wonderful, beautiful puzzle. And these complex, beautiful pieces come together to create a picture. It's complex, and it's multifaceted, and when we bring these pieces together, it makes sense. The problem is, we keep trying to take square and round pieces of the puzzle, little simple square round pegs, and shoving it into the puzzle of reality, and they don't fit. Because it's complex. Things like, she's just mean. No, she's not. She had a bad day. It's complicated. Well, then he's mean. No, he's not. He's shy, and you're interpreting it as mean. Well, somebody's mean. It's you, because you're being mean to yourself because you keep going square peg, round peg. He's mean, he's not mean. He's not. It's complicated. It is. And we do this square peg, round peg, and it doesn't fit into reality, and we suffer. I'll tell you what's mean. Living outside your means is what's mean. The whole universe feels like it's out to get you, doesn't it? All of a sudden, everything feels mean. They're all out to get me. But we created that. And I don't just mean financially. I'm talking about emotionally, too. If we allow ourselves, and of course that can happen financially, they connect sometimes. But emotionally, when we allow ourselves to get drained, we're living outside of our means. And the world seems very mean. We're snapping people's heads off. Because we're emotionally, we used up all of our energy source. Now we're mad at people in the universe and all that because we allowed our emotions to get drained. When we live beyond our means, life becomes mean. Well, that's not fair. Yeah, it's fair. Because each and every one of us has equal access to changing our mind to match the picture of reality. And that's wealth. That's richness. That's freedom. And that's peace. Does it make sense? Does it make sense that when we live with square pegs and round pegs in a very complex world, it creates suffering? Does that make sense? And that the puzzle of reality is a little more complex than that? And so what we want to do is to allow our thoughts and our opinions and our beliefs to reflect the complexities and the beauty of reality. And then I think of it, see the puzzle, see it right here? Can you see it? Just see it right here. Here it is. That's reality, and I'm not in it yet because I keep trying to shove square and round pegs into it, and they don't fit. But then I shift my thinking, I allow it to change as I pay attention to reality, and suddenly, I'm at peace because it's beautiful in here, and I'm one with all things now. I'm no longer pounding my head against the missing puzzle pieces. Last Sunday, I told the story about when I got dragged behind a boat. For those of you who are here, I'll do a quick review. There was a time when things were changing inside of me. The caterpillar was turning the butterfly. And I was resisting that change. I wasn't allowing it to occur inside of me. You see, I was living in yesterday's reality today, and it was killing me. I was living yesterday's reality today, and it was killing me inside. Afraid to change, afraid to allow the evolution of my being to shift, and it started to kill me. And so when we do this, what happens is what I call the wrecking ball of transformation comes rolling into your life. Just smashes you over because it forces you to change your thinking. It forces you to change your mind to match reality. And so what happened to me, because I wasn't resisting the change inside of me, the butterfly that wanted to come out, I got dragged behind a boat at 50 miles an hour. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to you, but it could. It just might. And it just about killed me, but it gave me time to think about my life. And as I imagine this, see, this was happening. Now I'm in bed, I can't even move, I'm immobile. But I'm thinking. And my belief systems and my opinions and my ideas are transforming as I am stuck in bed. Suddenly, I'm beginning to shift my thinking and beginning to step into the puzzle. Because I was forced. The wrecking ball of transformation made me change my mind so that I could begin to relate to a complex reality and expand into what is real, into the oneness of all things. And so after that experience, it was a blessing, because life is complicated, isn't it? So getting dragged behind a boat and almost dying was a blessing. You don't see it when it's happening all the time. But what it does is it forces us to change. Now, a piano is the nature of reality. Pianos, what is a piano shape? All you can say is it's shaped like a piano. You can't, there's no other way to say it. So the piano is like reality. To get it in here, I can't force it. Well, please change into a simple shape for a moment so I can be round so I can just roll it in there. Or be square so it fits through the door. No, I have to work with what reality has given me. And it took 5 of us to study this thing and work with it, because we could have hired people. It would have been $700. We can work within our means. We can move it ourselves. And so it took us hours to allow our thinking to shift into the form of the piano, to work it through the doorways and the hallway. You see what I'm saying? But we had to change our thinking. We had to change our mind to get it to move in here. And it came to us that we had to take the legs off. See, you can affect reality a little bit. Right? We're co-creators. But most of it is asking us to change. How much can you God grant me the serenity to set things I cannot change, courage to change things I can. That's what we did. And so Robert unscrews the legs. But I didn't realize he completely unscrewed them. Which screwed me, because I walked over.
Oh no.
I decided I wanted to see if I could pick it up myself. Because I'm a man. And so I walk over to the piano, and he'd already unscrewed him. He was literally just hanging there. I didn't know. So I walked over to the piano. I'm like, I think I can do this myself. And I pick it up, and the leg falls. So I'm left holding it going, Robert, get the leg. This man has enough trust in me that he crawled onto the piano. I'm like, Robert, I don't want to smash you like a bug. Put the leg on. I'm like, I'm holding it. You want to talk about getting a little aerobic, like trying to work out. So I'm holding, he's under there going, I got it. I'm like, please hurry, I don't want to smash you. So he gets the leg on, and I put it down, and my back hurts, but that's what happens when we try to force our idea of what is true upon reality. Our legs fall out from under us. And this piano represents truly reality. It's a complicated shape. We must work with it, work with what is given within our means. Work with what is given, shift your thinking to match it. That's freedom. That's peace. And so we change it, and that represents people. People are complicated, aren't they? They're beautiful and complicated. And I cannot force another human being to be the way I want them to be because I'd like them to be that way. I must work with what is given to me. Now, they might change a little bit, like the legs. I might have to take their legs off. But then I can fit them through the door. And situations are like the piano. The situations are a certain shape. And I can't force a situation to change. I can work with it a little bit. But mostly reality is asking me to change my mind. So that I can step into the picture. If I could change reality to match what I wanted all the time, my life wouldn't be as beautiful as it is today. Does that make sense? Now, we don't know when we're getting pulled behind the boat, right? But later on in reflection, my life would not be as beautiful as it is today if I made all the decisions I thought were best for me. You have everything you need right here and right now, in your heart and your mind. You don't need any more money. You don't need another person. You don't need a different job. You have everything you need right here to transform and make a sacred sanctuary out of your heart and your mind. We have all the resources. We just need to get a little creative. We need to start thinking a little bit about what we already have and how we can use it to transform our lives instead of thinking we need something else beyond what has already been given. We don't need anything more. I have all I need for peace to succeed. Say that with me. I have all I need for peace to succeed. I don't need anything more to get through that door. I don't need anything more to get through that door.